Hey, I'm ElusiveKev, welcome back to MotoGP 18. As Mayo's didn't have the result he wanted in the Netherlands, did have the pace though. Can he translate that to a better result round the Sachsenring in Germany? As here goes Mayo then for the first of three qualifying efforts here around this anti-clockwise unusual Sachsenring circuit. Very, very difficult first corner. Almost running wide, Mayo, as he's trying to beat the guys out of pit lane there. As he go through this first sector, just up and down. Nabani is a 10th up, that's why it's been a bit ragged there. Especially through that long right hand, you have to be so patient on the throttle. And a bit wide through the double left. And now we go downhill, and now the track speeds up a bit. It's a short blast, this Sachsenring circuit. As you can see, around 84 seconds is what Mayo is trying to beat. When we go Oliveira. As you go through this left-hander over the rise, make sure you don't run too wide. Make sure to get the back end in check as well as you go through the waterfall. Downhill, he's around a second back at the moment. It's going to be a low 25 for McDonald compared to his teammate, which is not good. Because it's probably going to be at that time in the 23s, maybe in high 22s, which will grab pole. Right now it speeds up at the end of sessions. And that's not the best exit from the final corner. But he crosses the line with a 24.8. He pulled it back in that last sector. Did Mayo. That is encouraging then. Just needs to get the first three sectors a bit better. On this technical circuit, he'd definitely been looking to qualify much better than he did in Assen, where he demonstrated he had the pace, as he's 4/10 up in that first sector now. Just unfortunately, he wasn't quite good enough to overhaul the front runners. Caught up to the back of Alex Marquez eventually. He definitely dealt a blow to the Mark VDS Riders Championship chances, to the delight of his team. And Oliveira is 3/10 now behind his teammate. In this lap at least. So we're looking for Mayo to do the same again here. Same with Binder as well, finishing well. It's the South African. There's Mayo right on it on this lap. This is much better. This is the lap he needed. Maybe even dip into the 23s like Baldassari has. 23.6 for the Italian. So Mayo plays with the throttle, plays with the rear end out of that final corner. He's going to cross the line with a 23.6 as well. Just 100th behind Baldassari. But that's not good enough. That's only third as well. Someone snuck in the middle of the pair. Let's see if McDonald can find some extra. Well, of course, Mayo didn't on that lap as he failed, but he got it back to the pits, and now he's got one final effort in qualifying. Team done a superb job to repair the bike. Now can Mayo repay them? Well, it's not braking very well into the first corner. Now he's got to be careful of the inside curve of this very long right-hander, as he's a 10th up. That's better. This stays just ahead of, I believe that is Simone Corsi, the Italian. As Brad Binder leads, Ed Baldassari and McDonald still on the front row. And his teammate Oliveira. That's what's going on here. Mayo's qualifying. Get out the way. It's a personal best, but he's 3/10 down. No doubt KTM, who protesting that. And the qualifying that, absolutely disgraceful again from Simone Corsi. Not like he's done that in the past. Moto 2. But Mayo pushing on. He's a 10th behind, but it's a personal best. We go through the penultimate corner, now through the final corner. Gets hard on the power towards the line. Oh, slight wheel lift as Bagnaia at the top. Or is McDonald about to take it? I think he is. What final sector? As Mayo takes by almost half a second in the end. Really pulled out on that final set despite the distractions on that lap. He could have been in the high 22s without that. So we've got Bagnaia, Binder ran out the front row ahead of Baldassarre, Verge, Iker, Marini, Pacini and Quartararo once again with a top 10 on his speed ahead of Romano Fenati. What the hell is going on here? And Oliveira down in 11th. There's some glimmer of hope maybe for the championship contenders, but where is Marquez? Alongside him on the 4th row. Then there is Corsi, Hector Barber and Locatelli. Then we've got Shirotto, Joe Roberts and Paoli, Nakashima, Manzi rounds out the top 20. Then Granado, Shirotto on home turf as well with his Dynavolt team. We've got the Italian ahead of Danny Kent and Sam Lowe. The Brits not having a good qualifying. Neither is Ron Mir, leading the 9th row alongside Vinales and Corradin. And then we've got on the 10th row Snyder, Navarro and Gardner. And on the back row, Odendahl, Agata, Dominique, what is going on with you? And Jules Danello in last. But for Mayo McDonald, can he make it his first victory in the Moto2 class? So here's Mayo run up from pole once again in Moto2, waiting for the lights to go. Ow, they held it for a long time there. And it's like Bagnaia's got the jump. So is Baldassarre. Look at Marini trying to join his teammate up there. Look at Binder. All over the place. Trying to get past McDonald. But look at Quartararo powering through. So is Alex Marquez. So McDonald clashing with him. And we've got the Dynavolt boys behind. Got Mayo being muscled out as they're going 4 wide. As we've got is that Oliveira trying to get down the inside of Verge. Trying to help his team leader there. As he go through the fast left-hander. McDonald down to 10th from pole. Absolutely murdered in the first set. So he's got Locatelli in front. He's got Shirotto trying to make a move in front of his home crowd. McDonald holding the outside line. Well, Shirotto finally dives through. Or does he? Looks like Mayo's got him back through the waterfall. As he gets into Locatelli's race, back up to 9th. As you can see Oliveira in front, battling with the Dynavolt Verge. This might allow McDonald to get through on his team leader. Get through a number of riders, including Fabio. Oh, poor Fabio. What have you done, McDonald? Way too ambitious. Stewart to have the look at that as Bagnaia leads to the Baldassarre. Got Binder, we got Marquez down now. McDonald's just taking out everyone. I know that was more Marquez's fault. McDonald down the inside. Marquez went right into the side of Mayo. And for the second race in a row, they clash. No doubt to the delight of the KTM team. And not to the delight of Mark Vides. Maybe not to the delight of the stewards again from Dorna. This McDonald allows Oliveira through, but holds back Verge expertly there. Does it again to the Spaniard. As he's finally got the inside line, has he? And the San Marino rider. Daniel holds the outside. It sounds like someone else has gone down behind. As Verge thought he's got it, made his way through. McDonald gets back. Verge gets back again, then through the waterfall. McDonald finally powers through into 5th. So it's the 3 KTMs behind the 2 Italians. There's 1 meal into the points for Mark VDS, but scamp consolation for another Mayo Marquez clash. And look at McDonald got a slipstream with his teammate. Powers through. He's just a 10th slower than Bagnaia. And Oliveira goes back through on his teammate. This wasn't in the script, was it? Mayo batting with Oliveira. Maybe just playing with him. Who knows, as he lets his teammate through. On this third lap of 9. Got a long race here in Germany as well. You go, Mayo. Track's back here. As Verge gets by. Mayo pushed right onto the grass. No, Shirota on home turf going for the top 5. Have his Dynavolt teammate. Great job from Marcel. But he goes wide again. Donald barges through. Does not want to lose touch of the top 4. As he's 7/10 back. Especially as the tyres could wear quite dramatically as this race goes on. There's Manzi at the 26th. Mir up to 13th head of Powley. Alex Marquez recovery ride in 24th. Jorge Navarro ahead of Danny Kent. I hope for speed up this race. Smooth again with a fantastic final sector. There's a little nut down the inside of the Vieira as the top 5 virtually on top of each other. But almost into the exhaust of the Vieira there on the exit of the first corner. Not sure he can fit in there, but he certainly tried, it looks like. As it's the middle 2 sectors where McDonald's not strong. But the last stand up first where he is. So let's see if he can hold on in these 2 sectors. He almost loses the rear of the bike. Don't know how he held on there. Well, there goes half a second. Just like that. There's Ika down there as well after a fantastic qualifying. That's where you go, Mario. Once again outbraked himself. Allows Shirota back by. Oh, and Verge just pushes Mario wide. I was not happy about that overtake earlier. And Mario gets right into Verge's purview there. And now he's all over the back of Shirota. As it looks like Vieira trying to get past Binder. Through the final corner. Shirota very slow. Oh, Mario again held up. And that's his chance of the win probably blown there. In that moment as we approach the halfway mark of this race. And he's stuck behind Shirota now. He's got Verge and Piscini breathing down his neck. He's got to get this or that right. He's got to catch back up to that top 4. As he's all over the back of Shirota. Let's see if we can get this right though. Through the double left. Do not go too high this time, Mario. That's better. And holding on to the rear. Maybe not carrying enough speed through that fast left though. Hasn't run wide on this occasion. So let's see if he can take advantage of this KTM on this back straight. Like he's been doing so far. Through the waterfall. Totally flat out. Shorter clips the curve. Did not have a good run. Mario dives down the inside. A bit sloppy. Lots of clashing with the German. Don't want to be doing that on home turf as quarter up to 31st. Looks like Mayo survived out the final corner then. Onto the start-finish straight. And the sit for Avos Bagnai still leading to Baldassari. Olivia up to third now ahead of Binder. Over 23-4 though. That's more like it. So Olivia up to second out of Baldassari. Just working out for the Portuguese rider this race. Once again. This first half of the season has been a dream for him. So Navarro grabs the final point. It is Cristina de Paoli. No, clipping some dirt. Never want to be doing that. Around the circuit. And then runs right through the next corner. That's sloppy. This is not the race that he would have wanted. Sure, it's been fantastic for the team, but for Mario personally, after starting on pole, after controversial clashes as well, again with Alex Marquez and with Fabio Quartararo. We expected a bit more, especially as his race pace is there. Once again, look at 1.7 back. Not sure he can close that gap up in his final 3 and a bit laps. And then it's like Oliviero going for the lead now ahead of Bagnaia. There's those battling with Navarro. So out the final corner on to the 7th lap of this race. Bagnaia still holds ahead of Oliviero just. Bednai now backing up Binder. And here comes Mario. As now Olivia finally through in the first corner. As behind, the Bazine is down. McDonald catching back up. 1.2 back. Could be involved in the battle for the podium at least. Once again a bit wide for that double left. Again a bit wide through that fast left. As Alex Marquez is battling for the final point with his fellow countryman Navarro. And getting through. It's been all a bit wide. Through that fast left. Now through the waterfall, flat out onto the back straight. 1.2 back of Binder, 1.3 ahead of Shirota. He's charging again in these latter stages of the race. It's McDonald. Well, and it's like Olivia's charging away in the lead. It's a good battle of the Dynavolt boys behind. That's where you're going to final corner, McDonald. You've got to be hitting every apex now. You can't afford many more mistakes. It's another mid-23, you know. It looks like Bagnai is now holding everyone as Binder slips by Baldassari into the podium places. Well, Oliviera gets away in the lead. Look at Baldassari, not accepting that though. Trying to get it right back as the Italian on his ponds. It's Remy Gardner down in 31st on his Tech 3. Not a good race for Tech 3. It's McDonald sideways on this penultimate lap. Lap and a half to go. Gardner back up past Manzi. Fergie winning the battle with the Dynavolt boys again wide for Mario. What is it with that corner? He should not be doing that. Just pushing it on the brakes. As Alex Marks ahead of Simone Corsi for 14th. It's valuable points in this title battle. And look at Mario right with the top 4 now. After everything for this race. He's even looking down the inside of Baldassari in the final corner. Very rough on the Italian. As he tries to go for a podium place. He's still in the 23s as well. He's on the final lap. Mario looking down the inside of Baldassari. Italian has to give way. McDonald up into 4th then. There's only Bagnaia in the way of making this an all KTM podium. McDonald hogging the inside line here. He knows Baldassari likes a little look in this first part of the lap. It's covering the inside everywhere. Oh, has Baldassari got him? No, he has. There could go Mario's chances. Baldassari just a 10th ahead. Oh, now McDonald nails that right left-hander on the final lap. He's right behind the Italian. Sets it up through the wards before he clashes with Baldassari as he takes speed. Baldassari didn't. Mario then wide through the penultimate corner. Baldassari wants another look at McDonald. He's just not going to get on the podium, is he? Oh, he won't now. All over curve. Very sloppy for McDonald again. As he grabs 4th. Well, Olivier wins. He's already got one hand on the title, doesn't he? The Portuguese rider. As Olivier wins by less than a second ahead of Bagnaia. Binder in third. McDonald in 4th. Just 1.5 seconds off the win. That's his best Moto2 race by a countryman. Time rise to the winner. Fastest that rise as well, just 7,000 slower than Oliviera. But he's so sloppy that whole race. He should have, no doubt, been in there battling Oliviera for the victory, but just got nailed at the start. Made so many mistakes as well. Not his best ride, the Moto class, by a country mile though. But he finished ahead of Baldassari by half a second in the end. He got Verge beating that teammate battle ahead of Schwarzer by 58 thousandths of a second, with Bassini right behind them. We've got Mir in 9th and off weekend for Mark VDS. Locatelli in 10th. Alex Marquez recovered to 11th, with Fanati in 12th. Those 13th ahead of his teammate Iker. And Marini rounded out the top 15 in the end. Well done to him as well. Navarro in 16th. Corsi, Barbera, Paoli, Bent Snyder rounds out the top 20. Courtois down to 23rd in the end. Agurku just clawed his way back up to 25th when we got to 28th. Danny Kent 29th. And the Brazilian at the back. So, roughly at the halfway mark in the championship, Miguel Oliveira leads Alex Marquez by 80 points. Then you've got Baldesire for the 10 points back. Binder up to 4th, just 11 points behind Baldesire. He's getting into that conversation for second in the championship. 5 points ahead of Shirota. Bagnaia, the big winner today, up to 6th in the championship with 90 points ahead of Verge, Piscini and Mir. McDonald rounding out the top 10 still on 73 points. 35 ahead of Iker, as he's still ahead of his teammate Sam Those, who does have 35 points. Then Locatelli up to 15th, up 6 places for the Marini, up a single place with his single point. Ahead of Barbera, Agata, Corsi and Remy Gardner out the top 20 now. There's 24 riders scored points so far this season. Danilo getting a wooden spoon. And so it was race objective. Qualifying objective definitely achieved for Mario, as he's up to level 78 and 78 for throttle management and Ryan percentage, 79 for brakes management, 80 for the angle, and he's got some handsome development points and reputation earned as well. As in MotoGP, of course, Marquez won at one of his lands ahead of Dovi and Rossi. Well, in Moto3, it was Oliveira ahead of Bagnaia. That's Moto2. In Moto3, it was Martin ahead of Basecki and Kennett. You know, we've just raced him. I wondered what in it for me. And then in Red Bull Rookies Cup, it's not the same podium. You got Yamanaka on the podium for Japan. Still, it's the same 1-2. So we've got something to do in bike developments. Will it be the brake, suspension, frame, or aerodynamics? It might be aerodynamics, actually, because there's lots of V-ins off the corners. Increase that downforce maybe on this KTM. And that is the only thing we can do. So next time I head to the Czech Republic and Brno, where downforce will be key, especially in that twisty and tricky middle sector. But it's another good result for Mario. It's not the result he would have wanted, not even spraying the champagne. But he's backing up his teammate well, taking out his rivals for KTM as well. Let's see if we can be a bit cleaner, a bit nicer around Brno next time out. Thanks for watching. We'll find out then.